with the fact that all the respectable men wouldn't go near her if he paid them. Who would possibly want a wife that they couldn't control? One that was so quick to anger. Her looks were irrelevant. Yes, she had inherited her mother's stunning pale beauty, but the temper and insolence that came with it put off every man that took a closer look. "This one has prospects," he lied in a low voice. He took a deep breath, and he studied the depiction of the crucifixion in front of him. The church was not a place to lie, but what else could he do? He decided he would continue his untruth. "He's the most promising clerk in the bank. In 2 years he will be youngest bank manager in County Cork. Mark my words." Connor was the local bank manager, a position that immediately drew respect from the town's population. Unfortunately, that same respect wasn't forthcoming from his only daughter. In truth, Braden was the most hopeless recruit in the bank. If his own father wasn't the well-respected town doctor, then Braden would have been shown the door months ago. But Connor was desperate. He would do almost anything to get his daughter out of his house. He had been patient long enough. Anyone else in the town would have simply shown their daughter the door if they behaved in the manner of Siobhan. But as the bank manager, it wouldn't be seen as proper. He needed to get her married off as soon as possible. Siobhan risked a glance at Braden. Then, with the cruel eyes and a pointy nose that was currently being wiped with a handkerchief the color of coal, her stomach retched at the thought of marrying him. Connor knew there was no point in forcing any of these suitors upon her. She would simply refuse to complete the oaths in church. He couldn't risk the shame. "Do you like daffodils, Miss Siobhan?" Braden asked again with a hopeful smile. "For goodness' sake, Mr. Butler, stop the prattle," she said in a voice loud enough for half the church to hear. "I don't know what my father has told you, but I'm not interested. Understand?" Connor slunk lower in the pew, trying to ignore the murmur that had just gone around the church and the heads that had turned to see the source of the commotion. Braden's face went scarlet, and he wanted the ground to open up and swallow him whole. Siobhan's head looked at both Braden and her father, and then back again. Finally, she let out a large sigh and rose to her feet and made a push past her father into the safety of the aisle. "Sit down, girl," Connor demanded under his breath. "Everyone is looking." "Let them look," Siobhan retorted, staring around the church. "Maybe they will see what I see." The bell began its slow, steady chime, and the townsfolk were forced to divert their attention from the family drama playing in front of them. Slowly, they got to their feet. Siobhan took the opportunity to push past her father, and she marched straight down the aisle past the choir and a very shocked-looking priest who was heading the other way. As Connor rose slowly to his feet, he vowed that this would be the last time his daughter would humiliate him. The very last time. Chapter 2. Wise Women and Drink. "Drink it," Mary said, indicating the amber liquid in the glass. "It'll calm your nerves." Siobhan looked at Mary, who made encouraging glances towards the glass. Mary, the old landlady of the Anchor Inn, was the only person on the face of the earth that Siobhan listened to in recent years, since she had started working there. Mary had become like a second mother to her. Of course her father didn't know that she worked there during the dinner-time trade. The sheer thought of it would drive him mad. The daughter of a bank manager employed in a common tavern being lusted over by sailors and merchants alike. He thought that she was still at home, looking after the household tasks like she had always done since her mother died. Over the years, Siobhan had managed to organize herself so that the running of their household took minimal time. Now, with this little job for a few hours each day, Siobhan could